So we're here at the virtual ASCRS meeting this year. It's a bit of an unusual situation, and we're joined today with Mark Hagler, who is the Senior Vice President and Head of Ophthalmics, Oncology and LTC at Sun Pharmaceuticals. Welcome.
Thank you, Cheryl. It's great to be here.
And so we're kind of interested to hear more about the ongoings of research and your portfolio. Anything that's in the pipeline that you're able to talk about that may be presented at this year's ASCRS?
That's a great question. Let me just start with Sun's R&D capabilities. Sun has about 2,500 research scientists working at multiple R&D facilities across the globe, and we do invest about 8% of our revenues annually in research and development. So we do have a robust pipeline with multiple assets in development for ophthalmics. I can tell you that we do have a very robust phase 4 program in place with CEQA. Those studies are ongoing, they're progressing well, and there has been some minimal disruption due to COVID-19. And in fact, one of our presentations is some preclinical data associated with, or that was studied with CEQA. As you know, Sun does have 3 marketed products, CEQA, Xelpros, and Bromsite, and we're introducing new solutions to improve access for both eye care professionals and their patients. Both CEQA and Xelpros launched last year, so they're relatively new to the eye care professional community. And CEQA is available through traditional retail channels, but it's also available through our mail order partner, which allows us to offer a much lower maximum out of pocket for commercial patients than we can through traditional retail. And Xelpros is only available through our mail order pharmacy partners. Both options offer free home delivery.
Interesting. You say one of your presentations is excuse me, related to COVID. And I was just curious how has everyone been at Sun? Have you been able to work remotely or make adjustments to your operations? And how has everyone adjusted to this current pandemic that we're in?
The COVID-19 has caused massive disruptions with regards to how eye care professionals can operate. In some cases there were temporary, they were closing their offices. Elective surgeries in many states were not allowed to be performed. So at Sun, we are trying to reimagine how we can best serve eye care professionals in this and their patients in this rapidly evolving environment. To that end, we've created a virtual sampling process so that improves product access for eye care professionals, and it reduces the need for physical contact. We've made all of our resources available in a virtual setting. We'll shortly be starting peer-to-peer education in a virtual format. Mm-hmm. Our field medical and clinical sales teams have made themselves available to all eye care professionals via phone or email, and they've been reaching out to ophthalmologists and optometrists to offer their assistance. That being said, safety is our top priority. So we're not back in the field yet. We're not doing face-to-face interactions. I know that many of our colleagues at other manufacturers are back in the field. We've decided that we want to make sure that we've got the right protocols and guidelines in place for our field so that when we do send them back into the field, they can work in a fashion that optimizes their safety and the safety of those that they interact with.
Mm-hmm. And what might be your re-entry message then to ophthalmologists or ophthalmology in general, as ophthalmology prepares to reopen?
Sure. So our goal is to give them the exact level of service that they've had prior to COVID, but in some cases it won't involve a face-to-face interaction. So, for instance, we had requests from many offices to do lunch and learns, and due to the nature of COVID-19 causing just massive disruptions, we got permission from our legal and compliance to actually do a lunch and learn virtually. So there's a couple different virtual systems that we're using that allow us to do that and still meet all the pharma guidelines that govern that. So that's one way we've managed to meet the requests of eye care professionals.
Mhm.
But we're trying to, again, give them, do everything we can in our power to make their lives, as easy as possible, given everything that's going on, while remaining compliant to the overarching guidelines.
Mhm. Well, it's great you're having lunch and learns. I mean, what are some of the topics that you plan on covering or talking about?
Well, it's again, we have to follow the pharma guidelines with regards to that. So
Sure.
there has, part of that has to include a product presentation. So that's part of it. As I said, we are introducing peer-to-peer education shortly, and that'll involve, in some cases, a panel of four. Usually, it could be four ophthalmologists, it could be two ophthalmologists and two optometrists, or it could be four optometrists to go through different cases. So this is, it's a promotional program, but it's more of a problem-based learning type of
Right.
setup, and those will roll out here in a couple weeks.
Mhm.
And those could be done during lunch at an office, in fact. So it's the whole idea of dinner program, so to speak, is kind of is morphed into various different types of peer-to-peer. So we're evolving with that and trying to offer as many options to eye care professionals as possible.